Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Factorio episode 6. In the previous episode we made changes to this area of the factory. We are calling this thing a factory, not a base. This is our smelting facility, so we have copper coming up on the right and we have iron coming down on the left, and then they meet at the electric furnaces. We can see we've got 5 on each side and they run on electricity because they are electric furnaces, which is powered by these steam engines here. As you can see, I've also made changes there, adding some more steam engines, another bank of steam engines in fact. But the reason I moved over to this is because I would originally move over from our original stone furnaces, which are these here, over to iron. No, sorry, not iron, steel furnaces, yes. But I thought it was best just to skip them entirely, because the next one's up, the electric furnaces are probably going to last me until the end of the series now. I'm so going to regret that comment in a couple of episodes time, I'm sure. But the steel furnaces, they're the same size as the iron furnace, as the stone furnace. However, the electric furnace is bigger. So if I redesigned it with the steel furnace in mind, I'd have to redesign it again and move things all over the place if I had to put these electric furnaces anywhere. So I skipped ahead and just did that. That was last episode, and I think we will see the benefit of that. Let me just shove this iron in there. As you can see, I'm making steel because steel is something that you will use later on. However, I'm not really doing it as a full-time production thing. It's more of just like I've just got it smelting with like 4 really old stone furnaces, probably coming by my originals, so it's just there. They're just doing it while I've got nothing else to do. I've also deleted everything that was around here. As you can see, this is now completely clear. This is where we had some assembly machines as well as some research laboratories. They're just called labs. And they were working away there. Now, because I totally underestimated the size of this thing, and I'm still getting to grips with the actual size, the whole sort of point in the game, I guess, or the main thing about the game is that you will just make things bigger and bigger and bigger. Like this here is tiny. I'm sure it'll be 2 or 3 times as big by the time I'm finished if we ever get there. But in any road, I've deleted all of that because I'm going to put some factories down here, assembly machines down here, and on the top right probably we'll have our labs. That's the idea, but we'll see what happens with that, shan't we? So let's just work on this. So down the bottom I'm going to have a smart inserter. I've already prepared one of them like that, and then that will go into do I want to do that? Yes, I do. That'll go into a assembly machine 2, because I've made some assembly machine 2s, and then I'll output into a box. Just for now, the box will be replaced by belts at a later date. So we will have this assembly machine making a copper cable. That's all it's going to be making. That's all it's going to be making, that one. I'm going to put all of the assembly machines down here. They'll all make different things. So the things we're going to make are copper cable, iron gear wheels, electric circuits, transport belts, that sort of thing. And that's what we'll make. And we'll also make inserters, I believe, because I believe that's what you need for blue science packs, but I haven't researched that yet, so I'll find out, won't I? So yes, that's going to make a copper cable. Now, I'm not entirely sure that will I need? I'm trying to think. Let me delete that one actually, because I could probably just use a fast inserter there. Will I need more than 2 machines making copper cable? You know what? I'm thinking I don't need them, so I'm going to put them in because I'm now coming to a conclusion very quickly. The conclusion is that whatever I think, it's wrong, right? So if I think that this will be sufficient, it's not sufficient, and we should overdo it. Although, to be fair, I do that a lot on Prison Architect, and I'm very often wrong. But anyway, we're going to be making 2 sets of copper cables, or at least we'll have 2 assembly machine 2s making that, and obviously we'll upgrade them to assembly machine 3s. The advantage of doing it this way is that if I'm wrong, the only downside is that I've wasted a bit of space. If I didn't do it this way and I actually just only put 1 in and I had a short, I would have to completely redesign the entire row, which is very... no, we're just not going to do that. Anyway, so there's them 2 there. What we'll do now, we'll shove them walls back in my pocket because I don't need them. That's an electric mining drill. I'm looking for them. They're already there. Let's put another 2 more down here, and we'll shove again 2 of these things here. These are our inserters and assembly machines, and they'll go again into boxes. Actually, you know what? Do I need boxes? I'll put them for now, because these 2 are going to be making iron gear wheels. There we go. They'll make iron gear wheels, so this is going to make copper cable, that's going to make iron gear wheels. alright so far. Next, what we need to do is start thinking about making probably some transport belts. Actually, no, we'll make electronic circuits, I think. That'll probably be best. And what I'm going to do for that is go over here a little bit and do something a little bit different. Now, I'm going to need a smart inserter for this, and I'm putting it a little bit further away than the other ones. And we'll do it like so. Do we put it like that? We'll put it like that. And we'll have it as 3. Is that 3? That is 3. And then we'll put a fast inserter like so. And then we'll put a factory like that. And then we'll put a inserter that's technically an excavator. Exerter? No. It's an inserter that takes things out. Let me have a sip of beverage while my brain stops hurting. And my coaster stuck to the bottom and then it dropped off and I absolutely crapped myself. Right, so that is the assembly machine 2. So that's going to bring down the copper from here and the iron from here. This will smartly pick up, very cleverly, pick up some, hang on, let's have a look, iron plates. So this is how the smart inserter works. I don't know if I explained that before. But the smart inserter works on, actually there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can filter it, so anything in the filter it'll pick up. Or you can connect it to either red or green networks, I guess you could call them. And if after you set that up, which I've never done, it will then either take or not take, depending on how you set it up, them things. So we're just going to strictly filter iron plates, that's all it's going to put in. Now, am I thinking, why have I done this? Now, the reason for that is if this thing here is making electronic conduits, then I need some way of getting the electronic conduits. Well, I need some way of getting the other part, which for electronic conduits, it is copper cable. So I need to get this copper cable here over to here. Now, how I'm going to do that? Well, I'm going to put them underground and route them round here. That's the idea anyway. What I should do ideally is have it staged, so it's like a hierarchy of all the basic stuff, then next one up there, then next one up there, next one up there. That would be great. I don't have the room because I didn't have the experience to I didn't have the experience to have the forethought, if that makes any sense. I didn't know that I would have to make this thing bigger and different and off to one side and whatnot. But anyway, let's have a quick look at what can we do. We're going to do the same similar thing here. We're going to set it apart by that. We'll start staggering them now so we have a lot more room, and we'll put them in like that. There's three of them. We'll have an inserter, then another inserter, then we'll have a smart inserter. Again, I'm going to use 2 of everything for this. Now, I know there's other people... Oh, that's the wrong thing. I don't want to filter that. I want to filter that. There we go. And that's going to make them. I know there's... there's other people doing Let's Plays of this, and very, very good, actually. And I know that a lot of people tend to also... People tend to do assembly machine 2s or assembly machine 1s and do 4 of them. I'm going on the principle of efficiency rather than quantity. So I'm going to try and beast up as fast as I can to the higher assembly machines. I've already got 2. I believe you can get number 3 as well. In fact, you can because it's there. And I'm going to replace these as fast as possible. So instead of having loads of them, loads of the tier 1 ones, I'm just going to have half of the tier 2 or 3 ones, if that makes any sense. So we're making them. Now we need to make, hang on, we need to think about making, we need to make some more assembly machines. No, we don't. We've already got some. So I'll put one there and one there. The reason I'm leaving this gap is because it'll allow me to run belts between places, and if I didn't leave it, then I might mess it up a bit. There we go. There's the inserters. We need some more fast inserters. We'll make 10 of them, and then they will output onto here. As you can see, there's a lot of smoke billowing from these steam engines. The map's pretty interesting. Yeah, generic enemy, generic enemy, generic enemy, generic enemy, generic enemy, a massive generic enemy base, and all this sort of red stuff is my smog that attracts them all, which is never fun. Right, so we've made all them. We'll put the inserters over here, so we'll put it there, and then we'll output it, hang on, like so, and like so. Right, so we're going to have these smart inserters. They're making assembly machine 2s. Sorry, they are assembly machine 2s, and they are making, one moment, that's doing my head in. They are making electric conduits, yes. So we want this one making transport belts. So we'll set the transport belt and transport belt. So they need iron plate. So we'll set it so these only pick up iron plate. Like so. Filter iron plate, so they only pick up iron plate. And then we want to connect up the iron gear wheels onto them. Is that right? Does that make sense? I think it does. Right, so let me start joining some things up here. So we want this. I want to rip these boxes up. I knew I'd regret these boxes. We'll rip them up here. I really hope this works, because if it doesn't, then it's just terrible. It's not really the game. It's not the ideal game for a Let's Play either, because unless you're heavily going to edit it, you have to either be able to think quickly on your feet, or well, think quickly on your feet, or one moment, let me run this belt so it's not really, there we go, that's much better. Think quickly on your feet, or have something pre-planned, because otherwise you're just going to be sitting there going, which I do often anyway. The reason I've done it like that, you're probably thinking, is because that's going to output it onto the far side of the belt, which then becomes the inside of the belt. That puts it on the outside, which means we get it put on both sides of the belt, more efficient, etc, etc. Right, so how are we going to run this? So these two here need, they need the copper. So the copper, I will, in fact what I'm going to do is pull that off and pull that off. Actually no, I'm not. What I was going to do is I was going to do that and then put a splitter there so I can split it and move it further along when I need to, because I know that'll be something I need to do, but I won't do it yet. So these are, actually I've just thought of something. Is there a better way of doing this? There is a little bit. These are a better way of doing things actually. If I just delete these. Do that, do that, do that. Then I could just do that. And do that. There you go, much better. It looks a bit better. And it allows me to split things up. Yes, much better. I'm happy with that. Delete that, move these along like so. And that goes, and we'll have to do that side first. Then they run up to there. I could also run it down, and then along, and then underneath here. That's something I could do, but I'm not. Alright, deal with it. So, this one is going to do the iron gears, which need to go over to there. So the best way to do that is probably, it is actually probably run one down and run one straight, I guess. Let's run this one. This is the copper. Actually, no, I like it running up because then we can split it and move it if we need to. So we'll have it running up, and we'll have it a little bit further like so, and then we can always put a splitter in there if we need one. And then we'll turn it round on itself and move over here. We'll do the same here, so I'll move it along like so. And then I'm going to run it down, this one anyway, down like so. This is our copper one, like this, running down between here. Like that, and then it's going to turn there, and then we need some underground belts, which I do have some, but not many, so I'm going to make 20 of them. Actually, that's going to make about 40, isn't it? So that's going to be a bit, it's alright, we can deal with that, that's fine. We'll put these belts like so, and then like, oh god, then like that. So, then they will then move along onto this belt up here, and then how we're going to do this. See, the thing is, by default, these will put them on the left-hand side of the belt, so I want them to go on the right-hand side of the belt. So to do that, I could probably use a splitter. Let me just have a test of that. And put that in my pocket because I don't need it. Let me make 5 splitters. And have a sip of generic beverage. With no coaster on the bottom now. Right, let me, like a savage, let me put that, there? Yep. And then that and that, that and that and that. That should do it. So, it's going to come out here, go onto there, on both sides of the belt, come down here, along there, underneath here, into here, and then be put on either side to then be fed into that to make them. Got ya. What do you need for science pack 1s? Let me have a quick look. You need copper plate and iron gear wheels. So that's why we'll put splitters here, because then we can just split it off and move it and make science packs. Yes, that's what we'll do there. We'll put splitters in there, I think. Yeah, we'll put splitters in there. God, I wish I wasn't standing on there. Actually, well, I'm going to put it there. I think it'll just be a little bit better. Bit less sloppy. There we go. It's a bit better. Nice, nice. Right, so, and obviously we can move these up here. This is becoming a real... it's becoming a real minefield now, isn't it? There we go. So hopefully that'll produce enough. There's a lot of them, so that should do. But as always, I'm probably underdoing things. I never get it right. It's always underdoing or overdoing things. Right, let me move this down then. So I'll move this belt. This is pretty much the same thing. We'll move it so it goes down here. And then turns and then in there. And then we use the underground belts once more because they are fantastic things. And then we can do that. To... Actually... Will this work? Yes, it will, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Because then we just go down over now. Like so. And we shove a splitter in there. And then we split it off so that... actually, I can probably move that a little bit further up if I'm careful. Like so. Like that one. Does that do? That will do. Actually, what I'm going to do, just because I'm not too sure exactly how it'll react, I'll do that. I think that'll be better. I don't think it'll... Yeah, it won't drift off. And then that. So, that'll then take these iron gear wheels through here, under here, all the way to there, split it off, put it on either side. Ah, that's a problem. It's going on... Ah, damn it. It's going on the wrong side of the belt on one side, isn't it? That's going to put it on the left-hand side, and that's trying to dump it on the left-hand side. So, the way to get around that is to do that. Yep, I'll do it. It's not very efficient, but it'll work. And we'll delete these and move them along because we can. Alright, I'm glad I spotted that. And then down there to there. And then the splitter goes... Hang on, one moment, I can find my splitter. Delete the bit I just put in. Put it like so. And then join that up. And like that. Right. So that'll insert it onto the opposite side of the belt. That'll put it on the left. Right. Good. Good. Yes, definitely. Fantastic work. Fantastic work there. That should function. Why am I doubting myself? Why am I thinking there's no way this is going to work? This is not going to work. You've totally messed it up and it's going to break. Why? Do I just... Yeah, I think... Yeah. I have no confidence, do I? Right. So, 2 assembly machines making copper cable. 2 assembly machines making iron gear wheels. 2 assembly machines making electric conduits? I keep forgetting the name of it. Electronic circuits. And 2 assembly machine 2s making transport belts. Good. Right. So, there's them done. Obviously, we will expand this to go down along here at a later... Well, to join up to whatever factories we need. But we've got expansion room. And I'm guessing that's probably not enough either. Because whatever I think is enough is wrong. Right, so, these are the belts now. What I want to do... I want to move the belts up. So, these are making... What are these making? These are making copper. These are making copper wire and iron gear wheels, which is what we need for science pack. Oh no, we need iron plates for iron gear wheels. Okay. In that case then, how am I going to do that? That was where the belt at the end would happen, because we're going to run the belt all the way down and then up here and then dump... that's really inefficient. We could probably do without that. You know what? You know what? Let me go over here and find where my labs are. There they go. There they are there. Oh, where's the labs? Let me make... I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to make 10 labs altogether. Let me put the labs like so. And probably like that. Is it like that? I think it's like that because I want to be able to run that down the outside. Yes, on the inside even, then inserters. But I also want to be able to run transport belts on the other sides as well, because eventually I will need to put in the other science packs, which obviously we can only fit 2 on a belt. So unless I double belt up, if I have 2 belts together, that would work if I had 2 belts. 2 belts in the center. That could work. If I did something like that. Like that, and then had long inserters. I think that would work. I think that would work. Let me have a think about that. I'm gonna do that. Just tentatively say, well, that's our plan. And then when it either inevitably comes to a point where, oh, I was like placing it in the wrong place because I have to delete it all. When I inevitably realise that I can't do that, I will have to come along and demolish it. But hey ho, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's where they're going to be. The reason I'm putting out the way is because I want to have all this as the assembly machines in factories and such. Right, so let me think. So this is where our iron gear wheels are coming off, which is we need to get them over there. I really wish I had the automated transportation thing. Hang on, where is it? There they are there. Robots and construction robots and such. They're great, them things. I've played about with them. And they are pretty funky. And right, let me have a think. Have a think. Come on. Don't break. I'm trying to get that copper onto there. We don't need this for a start off. We don't need to split these off. I can always come back to that later. I'll leave the room so that we are able to split that off if need be. So we'll split some of these off because obviously some of them are going to go over there to make them, and the rest will go over here. You know what I could do? I was going to say put it in a box and then move and run over and pick it up, but that's not very efficient because I'll be taking ages to do it. I'll be running for it. I'll be forever running, and that's sort of the whole. It's what we're trying to avoid. Is the whole thing we're trying to stop. Do I have many? Oh god, I don't actually have many transport belts left. Very surprised. Let me see. Make more there. Put them all the way down there. We'll put long inserters. These are long-handled inserters. I believe they can pick up on this side, but as I've never tested it, I don't know. And maybe you're shouting at the screen telling me that I can or can't, but I can't hear you. And I'm recording this in the past, believe it or not. Right, so let me have a think here. Let's move the stuff down there. That'll then be created here, then go up to here. What I want is probably a line of belts. This is probably the best way of doing it. Actually joining these belts up. So if we have a line of belts start... If they're going to come in there, then what I'll do is I'll have the belts like so. Let's have a look. Is that right? I see the first belt's always annoying to place because it's there and there, but it's not that way that I want them to go. It is the other way, so it is like so and then like so. Right, so that's where the belt's going to come in. Then I want to bring it down a little bit further to probably... do I want that? So I see it's bloody reversing the direction again. It's probably a button to reverse direction, but I don't know it. Can I just worry about... Can I make it go just round? No, I can't. And I'm under attack, apparently. Over here. Attacking the labs they were. Or at least trying to get near it. Look at all them gribblies all dead. That's something that I need to worry about as well. Yeah, let's think about that. Let me put some more guns around where these labs are. Like so. And like so. And let me close that for a moment while I place these things. Here's some more guns, more guns, more guns, and more guns with a Z. There we go. Also have the repair pack. Repair the wall. Actually, I don't think we got attacked in the last episode. Right, anyway, so there's them there. We'll put the long-handled inserters on, so make 2 of them. I'll make 10 of them, which should do us, and then I'll figure out I'll figure out very sharpish whether or not these work or not. I'll just run over here and pick up some ammo, which I have a lot of. There we go. And I might as well put in some more steel in here, some more iron to make steel. But I'm actually running out of coal. So that's a new thing. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. Right, so we will come over here. And we will put in all of the... I'll put some ammo in for a start. Put 25 in each. Getting a bit paranoid here, so we'll put in... hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4... No, we'll put in 10 of each, I think. It's already got 5. I can have 10. That can have 10, and all of them. 10 for everybody, 10 for you, 10 for you. All these guns. Probably going to replace with the laser ones next. Yeah, I believe these laser ones, which is awesome, because lasers rock. There we go. So, There's the all them guns ammoed up. Right, let me work these things out. So I want to probably have the belts come along here. Do I want belts that I can stand on? Not sure, but I'm going to do them like that. Like that, I think. Because then I can just connect them up. And then from about here, I can start putting them underground. That's probably... yeah, that's what I'll do. Actually, no, it'll need to go further along to about here. They'll all need to be belts. Technically, I can put them underground and leave a little bit of a gap. But since I don't know where that gap's going to be, it's probably best just using a big straight belt, isn't it? So I'll make a lot more belts. Actually, I can only make 9 because I haven't got any... I haven't got any iron. We run over here and... oh, yes. This is worrying. Actually filling the boxes up, which I didn't think I'd ever do. Why is the coal only on one side of the... one side of this now? This is worrying. I know what's happening. I'm not generating enough power. Let me delete that. There we go, that's sped up. Let me delete that. There we go, now that should be generating enough power. Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, they're going faster now. That's what the problem was. I'm not generating enough power. And when that kicks in, that'll completely break the system as well. It's all these. I'm smelting loads. What I'm going to do then, I think I'm going to take the liberty of stopping some of these. So I'll turn off probably the back 2, the back 3 even, we could take off. Yeah, there we go. So that we won't be drawing as much power, and also we're slowing down our production, which as you can see, look at all that. Look at the amount of copper and stuff we've got. We don't need that much. Right. That's a temporary solution until I've got my solar energy up, and then I can start making that. Obviously, the reason I've turned them off is because once I turn these on, then it'll draw so much power that then the steam engines will probably explode. Right? So, this is the... these are the belts. I'll run the belts. I'm just going to run them straight. I'm not going to bother putting them underground or anything. Not yet, anyway. I can always change that later on. In fact, that's the time I would change it later on when I know exactly what I need. So I'll join them up and then run the belts along. We're actually making them as we place. Yeah, making a couple. Can't make them as fast though. There we go, all the way along there, which makes some more. Put them like that. Need a little bit more. Need some more. Make some more. There we go. And then we can connect these up. And we'll use long-handled inserters and things to move them about. We can also put them under the ground as well with the underground transportation belts, these things here, the underground belts, and then just crane them on if we need to, which is good. So I'll move these along like that, and we'll probably end it about there. Actually, we'll leave it there. I like a bit of a gap. There we go. So there's them belts. So the first ones we're going to produce. The first things we're going to do is make some... We're going to make science packs. The first science pack, we're going to make the red ones. So I'm going to put... How many red ones do I think I'll need? I think I'll be okay with 4, I'm thinking. I think I'm going to need 4. So I've got assembly machines. I'll make... I don't know how many I'd need. How many am I going to need? I think I could probably get away with having 2 because these are assembly machine 2s. But then again, I've got a lot of these labs, so I might make it a bit more. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to have a smart inserter there, like so. We're just going to put stuff onto this belt here, which will then come along. And how am I going to do this? Join up to there, maybe? Or I could run this belt along like so, like that. Up here. And then probably best if I had a bit of a gap. There's a thing. There's a thing. If I delete these here. And then if I actually delete them. There we go. and have it so they'll be inserted like that, and then have the machine like so. That's very close. That's too close for my liking. Delete them and move them along a little bit. So we'll have the last one there, and we'll have it like so. Inserter. Oh, gonna have to move that along a bit. And inserter, and then an assembly machine, and then these will output onto that belt. On that far side, the red ones. And the way we'll do this is by having it join up like so, like that. Then this one we will put it so a fast inserter we'll put it under there. I think we could get away with that. I think we can get away with that. Let me make some more of them things. And fast inserter will put the iron gears on there. These will come along, make our science packs, make more science packs, and like that. So that'll make the red science packs, put them on there, then move them along. I can, if I wish, split the belt here and put another 2 of red ones there. I think, to be honest with you, I think I'm going to do that. I think that might be a good idea. I'm going to leave it there because I want to test it out first and play around with it before I really come to a decision, and I think that's best done while I'm not showing you all this, because it's a bit of a tedious job. So there we are. I'm very happy with this area down here, the build area. I'm not too convinced that 2 of these will do, so I'm going to look into that. This area up here is our research area. As you can see, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Overall, I'm happy with this. This is going pretty well. Comments in the comments as always, and obviously that'll affect the way we do things. So thank you very, very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.